So this is Donald Trump's world where he works for himself and his big donors and not for you. From the Wall Street Journal, then, it says an Abu Dhabi royal backed a secret $500 million investment in Trump's crypto company. Months later, UAE won access to tightly guarded American chips. Right? This is an obvious corruption. Spy Sheik bought secret stake in Trump company. That was the headline. Spy Sheik, right? Bought secret stake in Trump company. Now, any normal functioning country, $500 million bribes into some sort of crypto scam, should be obvious that you remove these people, right? But this is just one of many things that Trump has been doing and stuff he's been doing all along. It's been happening for years. For example, this is back in 1992. Trump's hanging out with Epstein, doing Epstein stuff, right? It's all on tape. We have known this about Trump for years. Some of his voters overlook it because they think, oh, wow, he's on TV. And I guess if you're on TV, you must be really awesome, right? But this is his life. Just want to make sure it's really clear. You go to parties, you hang out with people like Epstein, other high-net individuals. You do all this kind of stuff, right? And you guys have all read the stuff that Trump is up to. You can see right there. That's who the dude is. And they're always surrounded by a bunch of addicts and such. Now, for example, because I want you to understand that this is not just a one-time thing. This is today. This is today. They don't hide it. The John A. MAGA account, so these would be, Trumpy, Musky bot accounts. They're celebrating that Elon Musk is going to the wedding of Dan Scavino. Right? Where is he going to this? This is in Mar-a-Lago. Right? It says where he'll join President Trump and cabinet members. So they're all hanging out in Mar-a-Lago. And I promise you, years from now, who knows, maybe even a couple of years from now, we're not going to be talking about the Epstein list. We're going to be talking about the Mar-a-Lago list. Who was, there, who went to the parties, who did whatever illegal activities. And you can see it all right there, being all documented. There's Elon Musk hanging out. And so why do you think Musk hangs out with Trump? Do you think Musk likes Trump? Do you think any of those people like Trump? No, you're there for political favors and such, right? It's obvious.
Afford life. That whole generation, they probably won't be able to buy a house. They can't afford health insurance. They can't afford car insurance. Most of their jobs are going to be replaced by AI. Like that's the stuff I care about. But after we won the election,
and regarding the AI stuff, right? Even she sees it, right? People can't afford anything. Your jobs are replaced by AI. Remember, Elon Musk wants to put 1 million satellites into space. Is what he claims. Like he just literally filed it with the FCC. I want 1 million satellites, guys, and get that government bailout money. And I want to basically make my Skynet. And it's interesting, though, that even Marjorie Taylor Greene can understand this stuff, that robots will take your job and that's their goal. So then Elon Musk goes to the White House and tries to buy influence. What else we have here?
Election in 2024, a few months in, and MAGA started turning into MAGA. And it started turning into whatever country Donald Trump said it was about. And here we're sitting here today, and you and I are having a discussion. And the president put out on his Truth Social yesterday that he's got a giant fleet going over to Iran because of the protesters over there. Well, I'm sorry, we've got civil war practically breaking out in Minnesota. Can we not care about that and care about the fraud and care about all these issues here in America? So, no, MAGA is. I think people are realizing it was all a lie. It was a big lie for the people. What MAGA is really serving is, in this administration, who they're serving is their big donors, the big donors that donated all the money and continue to donate to the president's PACs and donate to the 250th anniversary and are donating to the big ballroom. And if they're donating to all these things, those are the people that get the special favors, they get the government contracts, they get the pardons, or somebody they love or one of their friends gets a pardon. And it's the foreign countries that are running the show here. It's the major big corporations.
It's interesting, like when and why are you deciding to come out now about this stuff? Because, for me, it's obvious it's been happening all along. I don't care for Marjorie Taylor Greene. I just want to be frank on that. But I will tell you when she's speaking the truth, which she is. so there's that, and you can, make your assertions about what you feel about her. But if that's what it takes to communicate to the MAGA people out there, I mean, no one should like this kind of stuff, this $500 million corruption, or, the celebration of, hey guys, look at this. Look at all this big money heading to the, to the golf resort. Like you voted for, a dude that hangs out like every weekend at the golf resort and basically has these corruption parties, however you want to call it, right? And they're going to get influence. And none of these people are likable. They're all a bunch of scum. I'll be frank with you on that. Or you can look to his past. I mean, this is 1992. Like, so this is not a secret. This has been happening for years, this stuff. And it's weird that MAGA people would like now wake up to it. Who knows what's going on with them? I mean, that's a whole other issue. You could argue that when people are under a lot of political stress, they just looking for saviors, and that's why they turn to their home shopping networks or their, TV evangelists. And Trump has done, to be frank with you guys, he's done a good job of combining that culture. Take the TV evangelist culture of the 80s, meets the home shopping network, right? And you basically got this big con artist hanging out with Epstein stuff. It should be painfully obvious. And then when they get called out on it, right? So this is happening today. What's going on with the Epstein files?
The release on Friday has already received a response from the victims, from Jeffrey Epstein's victims. I want to show the statement right now. It says, survivors are having their names and identifying information exposed while the men who abuse us remain hidden and protected. This is outrageous. The Justice Department cannot claim it is finishing releasing files until every legally required document is released and every abuser and enabler is fully exposed. Will there be more releases?
I mean, look, first of all, we took great pains, as I explained on Friday, to make sure that we protected victims. We are talking about a review of 3.5 million pieces of paper that were released on Friday. Every time we hear from a victim or their lawyer that they believe that their name was not properly redacted, we immediately rectify that. And the numbers we're talking about, just so the American people understand, we're talking about 0.001% of all the materials. And we knew this. I said this on Friday, that of course the nature of this type of review was the volume of materials that were reviewed, that there would be times when this happened, and so we're working hard to make sure that we fix that, and I expect that will continue.
Will more documents be released?
We have released, there are a small number of documents, as I said on Friday, that we're waiting for a judge to say we're allowed to release because of a protective order. But this review is over. I mean, we reviewed over 6 million pieces of paper.
So according to Blanche, this review is over. And when asked, are you going to release more? Oh, well, we're waiting for the judge and that kind of stuff. I'll let you guys be the judge of what you think about Blanche. I'll just say this. I think that, when you go back and you look at the tapes, and this is why I'm showing you guys this stuff, is there are so many people implicated and involved with these things. There's so much. And there's going to be any number of these high net worth individuals that just don't want their names in the public, right? I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying Trump's implicated in so many things, right? But this reveals, though, the whole network of this kind of stuff. And so I know for some people don't understand this kind of things. To put it in the most simplest terms, give Trump and his family a whole bunch of money, you get special favors. It's the easiest way to figure it out. And then, it's no wonder then that Elon Musk is, hey guys, where's the party? Where's the party, right? And, this is sort of why we cover the Tesla stuff or otherwise, is Musk is the peak of the current bubble, right? Basically, he's running failing companies, and the only way to save himself is to get government contracts and get government favors. It should be painfully obvious in this kind of stuff. And then what goes along with that world is the whole Epstein kind of culture. And what I'm telling you is that the Epstein stuff that we're talking about today, the Epstein lists and such, I'm telling you, right, years from now, it's going to be talking about the Mar-a-Lago list. What were you guys doing at these parties, right? Who was involved? What kind of money is being passed around? And it's obvious with all of these crypto scams nonstop. So that's what's going on. I just want to share this stuff with you guys, and I'll catch you all in the next video.